Hello, my name is Simon and welcome to the Retro News Roundup. To start this episode, there are a couple of announcements of things we can expect to see in 2022. The first is that Famas Digital teased that it's to release Commodore 64 games for the Switch sometime in the new year. More news on this as soon as I can get it. The second is not as good news, and it's that Square Enix have filed a trademark for the Gex name. It's tail time? No thanks. The Switch had a relatively busy month with the release of Disney Classic Games Collection, which adds Jungle Book alongside The Lion King and Aladdin to the previous version of this compilation. Then there were 5 Arcade Archive titles released for the console: Dragon Buster, Mirai Ninja, Zyzzyx, Mutant Knight and Liquid Kids. The N64's Paper Mario was added to the console's online service as well. The PlayStation Network in comparison received 4 Arcade Archive titles: Dragon Buster, Mirai Ninja, Zyzzyx and Liquid Kids, as well as a port of oddball RPG Moon. Finally, Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX arrived on Switch, Steam and iOS. There are a couple of updates released to existing retro-focused systems in December. What a nice treat for Christmas. This included one for the Evercade that offers enhanced save options and controller support, and the second was for the Poly Mega, adding Game Boy and Virtual Boy screen filters. So if you're a fan of headaches, the latter may be right up your alley. The Amiga A500 mini console now has a launch date as well. March the 25th is when it'll kick off. Get your Chupa Chups ready. Then finally, the Taito Egret 2 Mini will arrive in the West, but no date has been given yet, but it will be arriving in Japan in 3 months' time. So much Homebrew was released for 8-bit computers last month, including 10 titles for the ZX Spectrum. They include Moon Ranger 2021, The Last Escape from Colditz, Mechwars Centipede, Battle City ZX, TJ's Cavern Capers, Cyclus, Nothing, Tokimal, Cronopios Y Famas, and Angels. Then there were 11 games for the Commodore 64. Clearly devs were busy over Christmas, with the titles including Seaquest, Ray Fish Deluxe, Lunar Xmas Edition, Randoom, Polar Bear in Space, Pillars, High Score, Santa's Rats Issue, Tenebra, Snowforce and Scramble Infinity. Next, a pair of Amiga games, Super Delivery Boy The Holiday Shift and Turbo Santa. Yeah, it may be a little too late to play these, but still. 2 new pieces of work for the Amstrad CPC also came down the chimney in December: Art War and Push It. Then to round off the Homebrew hijinks, Gelatino rolled onto the MSX, Bone Cruncher snapped towards the Atari XL XE, and finally Old Towers was built up to the Atari ST. One game for this section, and it's the release of an incomplete build of point-and-click adventure Ermintrude for high-end Amigas. To round off 2021's news, there were English language translations completed for 9 titles. This included 2 for the TurboGrafx 16, Obochama-kun and Barumba. Then there were a pair of TurboGrafx CD translations: Galaxy Fraulein Una 2 The Eternal Princess and Bizarro di Guzaro No Game di Guzaro. The next 2 were for Famicom Disk System games: Monty on the Run and Dandy the Resurrection of Zion. And to round off the 9 games, there was Pleasure Hearts for the MSX, Mickey's Great Adventure in Tokyo Disneyland on the SNES, and Kowai Shashin, Shinrei Shashin Kitan for the PlayStation. And no, I didn't make up the names of any of those titles. I promise. So anyway, that's all for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Your support is always massively appreciated. In any case, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and have a happy new year.
Be careful, you'll probably get sick.